Okay, so I'm going to try to illustrate the steps to make a multiplication chart that uses conditional formatting to show the different or exaggerate the different values in the chart, and also to practice doing some basic equations in Excel. So here's the description of the homework number 4, and I'm trying to make it so that everyone can get a bunch of the tasks done for this early, and we can get done with our work in the class. So I'm going to scroll down, and here is the clever task number 1 for folks to do. And you can see that what I've done is I've made a multiplication chart, and then I've applied conditional formatting, and then I've changed the equations in some of the cells, and I'll zoom in here real close. Whoa. That I've kind of added a kind of multiplied by 5 to make some of the values bigger, and then some of them I've multiplied by 0.3 to make them smaller than their adjacent values to spell my name. And I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do that. So here was the version I made already, and I'm just going to go ahead and make another version of it on sheet 2, and I'm going to go through all the steps so you can learn how to do it. So the first thing that I did, sorry about that, is I changed the size of all the columns. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the way over to about there, get about 28 rows, and then I'm going to grab and resize the column by grabbing in between the columns, make that one smaller by dragging it to the left. And you can see now that my boxes are smaller than they were. And then I'm going to put a 1 here, and because I can only use one hand, I'm not going to hold control down. Instead, I'm going to put a 2 there, and then I'm going to highlight both of them, and then Excel's smart enough to know that I want to continue in that series, and so I'll go out here, 27 spaces, that should be enough. And then if you remember, if you copy that, and then by hitting Control C, and then click over here, and then if you right click, you get the special dialog box. Click Paste Special, choose Transpose, and then OK, and there it is. And then to make that shimmery box go away, you can hit Escape. Okay? And then what we're going to do is in this corner up here, we're going to set this, we're going to put a formula in by putting an equal sign. So we're going to set this equal to B1 times A1 there, or A2. And then remember, we want to make sure that this, the reference for up here stays on, not on B, but on 1. So we're going to click and put a $sign in there, which makes it an absolute reference, so it'll always look at the first row. And then for here, our kind of column part, we always want it to look at A, so we'll put that there. And this is explained better in the video from the British chap. But I'll just hit return, and then now, if you remember, if you hover over the corner here, you get the black plus sign. You can fill that in, cross that way, and then now we can actually fill this down. Whoa, like that. And we filled it in with all the values. So, ta-da! Okay. And then we can choose conditional formatting by highlighting that area, and it's right here. And we'll go with this pretty red to green with yellow in the middle. Okay, and so we've made a bunch of progress there. We're nearly done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of these cells here near where I'm going to start writing my name, and I'm going to modify that a little bit. I'm going to put that value in parentheses. And I don't think the parentheses are quite necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways because it's a good practice if you always want to make sure it's doing exactly what you want. And I'm going to multiply that by, let's say, 5. And when I hit return, that's going to make that value bigger in that cell. And it's also going to warn me that I've added a formula that's inconsistent with its neighbors by putting that little green thing in the corner. We're not going to worry about that. But now if I drag that down, it'll change all those values like that. I could also hit Control Copy and just paste this in wherever I want by hitting Control V like that. And then actually I could fill that across to make the top of my T, like that. Okay, and so another thing I can do is over here down in the right, this is green, and so here I could even, I'll skip the parentheses in this case, multiply this by 0.3, and that'll make the value smaller. So you can see that that formula in that square is different. I got a warning about that, and you can see right there that I'm multiplying it by 0.3. So it makes it smaller, which is going to stand out from its neighbors that are green. And I can do that. Oops. Maybe if I want to change that one back, I'll just copy a normal formula from adjacent one, put it there. Maybe put that there. Like that. Okay, and then I can copy this, and I could even there. I could fill this down, whoop, like that. And then I'm making my D there, my name, but I'm not going to finish that. The last thing to do is to write down here minimum. I'm just going to put min because I'm typing with one hand. And then average. And then maximum. Okay. And the formula for that I can show you from over here is pretty easy. So what I did is I put in min A1 through A29. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that because I'm feeling lazy. And but you could type it in and paste it. Oops, paste it down there. Sorry, my oops. There we go. The minimum value in this of A1 through A29, and in this circumstance it's okay, it's including that, that's not in the range, but I'm going to go ahead, see how it says A29, it only goes on A28, so I'm going to change it to A28, and there we go. And then I can fill that across. Oops, put that in the wrong row, so I'll just move these down, I'm going to copy them, and then, or cut them, and then, oops, I'm going to cut them and then paste them there. Alright, and then I can actually fill this down, or actually I could fill this down here like this, and then you can see that this is now wrong, so I don't want to do that. So instead I think I'll just type it new. So this is equal to, I can highlight the range that I want. A1, that return, and then this one here. I will highlight the range I want. Return. Okay, those are all giving me the minimum. If you see that, it's the minimum. But I'm going to change that to average, so all I have to do is just replace that word in there. Sorry, my camera work is not so great. Equals average. Like that. And then this one down here, I'm going to change that to equals max. Okay. And then I'll fill those across. Like that. And there it is. Yay. Sorry it took so long.